Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Sam Brown. This is a brand new YouTube channel that we are launching here at the company, and we're going to be breaking down a lot of things Broncos over the weeks and months to come. Some of the latest news and rumors around the team. We're going to be doing some draft talk, some free agency, some fun segments about who they should draft maybe. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And we're going to be doing some fun mailbags where you can use hashtag Broncos to get a question on our video, and I'll talk Broncos with you all day long. I want to hear from you guys first. Chat Sports here is all about interaction. We'll bring you some of the news and rumors and stuff, but we want to know what you think about those topics. So the first question I want to ask you guys, very simple. Fill in the blank. I've been a Broncos fan for blank years. Now, I've been a Broncos fan for 12, going on 13 years, since back in 2008, the Smokin' Jay Cutler days. Those were the fun days, and it's been a long and a wild ride, a fun ride. Don't forget about that Super Bowl win. That was a good time. But I want to know from you, hopefully we get some 20s, maybe even some 30s in the comment section. But let me know how long you've been a Broncos fan. And while you're at it, I need you to do me a big favor because we want to grow this channel, and we can't do that without you subscribing. So hit that big red button right below this video. The bosses here at Chat Sports, they're excited about this channel, but they said if we can't get about 50 new subs right off the bat, we might have to reconsider whether we want to do a channel. That's embarrassing for me, you know. This is my first video with the company. I don't want it to be my last. I don't want to be the come on Eileen in the history of Chat Sports. Legendary song, but you know what I mean. Hit that big red button. Join us for the ride. It's going to be a good time, and I'm very excited. I hope you are as well. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple days, you probably saw this move already, but I want to go ahead and recap it a little bit for you. The hiring of George Paton as the next GM of the Denver Broncos, obviously replacing John Elway, who was in that position since 2011, but has since become the president of football operations. Paton will meet with the media on Tuesday, kind of keeping a low profile until then, but obviously we'll get to know more about his plans for the team. Spent 2007 to 2020 with the Minnesota Vikings, worked his way up in that organization, as you'll see in a little bit. But he's a West Coast guy, played DB at UCLA back in the late 90s, got his NFL start with the Chicago Bears in 97. And if you see, as you see, his roles in the 21st century, two teams, but he's worked his way up through the Vikings, started with the Dolphins from 01 to 06 as the director of pro personnel, became the VP of, or the director, of player personnel with the Vikings in 2007, and worked his way up as assistant GM for a few years as well, and became the VP of player personnel back in 2015. Now, a lot of that involves building up a roster, the right compilation of players to build a championship team. And he's got his work cut out for him this offseason with the Denver Broncos as we take a look at some key free agents that he'll have to address this offseason. Obviously, Von Miller off the top, we all know about him. The face of the franchise really in recent years since the Peyton Manning era ended. But he's coming off that he's coming off that surgery to repair the torn tendon in his ankle. 31 years old. What will they do with him? Justin Simmons, I think it's very simple. You pay Justin Simmons. You do what it takes to keep him around. When you have a player of his caliber on the back end of your defense in his prime, you keep him. Shelby Harris showed some interesting things, 7 batted passes in 11 games. Bradley Chubb said he hopes Denver brings back both him and Von Miller, so we'll have to see what they do there. Phillip Lindsay, obviously not the best 2020 season for him with the injury bug and all, but I love his story. Maybe place a second-round tender on him if possible and bring him back for next season. And Tim Patrick, who's an interesting situation, had a breakout year with 6 touchdowns, over 700 yards. He may want bigger money and a bigger role elsewhere. He said that he thinks that the Broncos wide receivers could be unstoppable, but whether he sticks around remains to be seen. And, of course, you have to figure out what we're going to be doing at the quarterback position and Drew Lock. And I know Broncos fans are very torn between keep Drew Lock and replace Drew Lock. And let me go ahead and get my take out there, out in the open, just so there's no confusion. I am team give Lock one more year. I know it's like Twilight. You're choosing Team Edward, Team Jacob. I am team keep Lock for now. Now, if 2021 is a lot more like 2020, it'll become a different question next offseason. But for now, I think you retain him, get a healthy Courtland Sutton back, hopefully improve that offensive line, and we'll see what happens. But as always, I'm always open for you guys to disagree with me. Like I said, Chat Sports is all about interacting with you. I want to know what you guys think about the situation. So give me a follow on Twitter at SamBrownCS. Yeah, Chat Sports there. I'll let you connect the dots. But follow me on Twitter. Hit me up. You can message me. My DMs are open. I'm always down to talk Broncos and hear what you guys have to say. All right, I'll leave you with this question. Like I said, get those comments flowing. Grade the George Paton hire, A, B, C, D, or F. Just right now, I'm going to go ahead and give it a B plus probably because of his experience in building a roster and experience with player personnel, contract, free agency, that sort of thing. If things work out, I'm willing to bump this up to an A after this offseason, depending on the moves that he makes. But give me your comments down below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. And while you're at it, use hashtag Broncos. Like I said, going to be doing a mailbag very soon because I want to know from you guys, know what topics are important to you and how you feel about those. So use hashtag Broncos in the comments. We're going to do a mailbag video very soon. I'm very excited about this challenge, and I'll hope you join me. So hit that big red button. You see that link at the bottom, chatsports.com/BroncosTV.